Hey guys, it's Brian Jones from Old School Jiu-Jitsu. We're up here in Louisville at Core Combat Sports. We're going to go visit Rolando Haddad, the owner, and talk to him about his gym.
Hey, what's up? Come on in, man.
How you been?
Good.
Cool. Just up here to check out your gym, talk to you a little bit, and see what you got going on.
If that's what it takes to have you visit, that's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. So let me see. So this is Rolando. All right. And who's this good-looking man over here? Is this also a supermodel gym?
What's up, Nathan Haddad?
Dang. Now I hear you do a little jiu-jitsu.
Do a little bit, yes, sir.
All right. And you're under.
Under Helio Soneca, purple belt under Helio Soneca.
Dang. And you're competing a lot this year.
Yes, sir. 10th in the world in flow grappling rankings. Pan American silver medalist, Nogi Worlds bronze medalist.
Dang. What's next year?
Next year will be a few of the same stuff. More jiu-jitsu, more tournaments.
You looking for that world championship?
Yes, sir.
Dang. Nice.
Hey Rolando, you want to tell us a little bit about Core and what you got going on up here?
Yeah, well, we've been in this building now since 2007. Core started about 2002. So yeah, we've been around for a bit. We teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Krav Maga, boxing, Muay Thai kickboxing, a little bit of judo.
A lot going on.
A lot going on, yeah. I think we were actually really the first gym in the area to kind of mix things up, like not just strictly a jiu-jitsu gym or strictly a boxing gym. You know, I kind of was able to pull these guys together and operate kind of out of the same place and then share those principles.
I was standing right here. I can see you got mats in there. You got a weight room over here, and
Right.
some other rooms back there. Maybe we can get a tour.
Let's take a look. You want to start in the weight room?
Yeah,
If
sure.
you like. We're actually still in the middle of some changes, decorations. We just moved this wall to expand the jiu-jitsu room.
Yeah.
So we just need to paint, and we've got some new equipment coming in. But this is going to be this is the layout. Changes, a few cosmetic changes shortly. But yeah, super efficient room. You get a lot done in here. You can work a lot of people out of this room.
You like fitness classes and things up here?
Yeah, we've got Megan Hurt. She runs a lot of teams out of here, like lacrosse and volleyball. She does a great job with that. We get like union girls that come here 6 months out of the year, and then this place is packed with that type of activity.
Nice.
Yep, right on. So let's go. Let's go this way. So this is, one of 3 main training rooms, not including the fitness center. Usually we run the self-defense classes. It's Krav-based self-defense, combatives. We'll do some of the boxing. Will happen out of here as well. Padded walls, got the bags,
Nice.
got all the gear. Yeah, so this heavy bag system, I designed that several years ago. Actually, this was in our other gym, and we liked it so much that we took it out and put it in here when I bought this building. So we're super cool. This is just a little pin that locks it in place. So when you pull this out, it allows it to travel, and then it just locks in anywhere along this rail. There's different spots. Sorry, Ryan. So you can take this wherever.
You can just make the room.
Yeah, so we'll make
room or
yeah,
room, whatever.
exactly. So we can make it a bag. A lot of work with the heavy bags if we're doing a boxing class or if we're doing a fitness class. We don't need them. We put them out to the side and we have all this floor space.
Is that custom fab?
It is.
Dang. Nice.
All custom made. I did not weld it, but I did have the idea.
That's very nice.
Yeah, it's been really cool. Actually, that's been, and we just recently, bought the logo bags, we've painted, and so we've done quite a cosmetic update. Because I take a lot of pride in this gym. This is 10,300 feet. So I think we've got the nicest place. Not only we got guys, we have Helio Soneca, Abdul Jarvis, and we've got such talent coaching out of here. And I want the space to reflect that talent. So
Sounds good.
How do you balance keeping it nice, but paying the bills, Rolando? Because I know that that's a hard thing when you're running a business.
well, here's what was cool about this business. I did this because I loved it, not because I needed to pay the bills. So I'm a sales manager for a company. I sell construction equipment to Latin America. So I've had that career for 25 years. And this gym started out kind of as a hobby. Let's run it here. So I was able to do what I needed to do, not compromise and do things for money. And that's actually been really cool now, 16, 17 years into it. It has, it's turned into a great business as well. But it was done for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons. So I don't need to compromise on anything. This is our jiu-jitsu room. Again, we just expanded it, so you see where these mats, we have just ordered Fuji mats and wall mats. So this whole room is going to be walled with mats, the entire room. And we're going to get brand new mats and take advantage of this extra space.
Nice.
And we need it because our jiu-jitsu program's really taken off in the past couple of years. And this room is packed, so we needed the extra space.
And you account your jiu-jitsu growth to your son? I know he's an active.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. But we've got such great talent here, man. We've got Brett Weedman's out of here. Alvin Robinson just moved over here from Colorado. Alvin was a UFC vet, Bellator vet. I mean, the guy has fought Nate Diaz and Kenny Florian and George Gurgel. I mean, he's fought a lot of guys. Great guy. He's out of here. We've got Eric, we call him Thor. He's competing at Worlds and Pans and winning as a blue belt. And he's going to compete in MMA. He had one fight. And this guy, you're gonna see him in places. So we just have a really great energy right now. We have 10 black belts at least out of the gym. So again, the program is growing naturally, organically, because we just did things the right way, patiently. We didn't try to do this in a year, 2 years. This has been building now for over 15 years. All right, one of the things about fighting that anybody that trains jiu-jitsu understands is that it's all about managing distance. So that's not something that I'm making up. So distance is going to be closed. Either I have to close it or he's closing it for me. He doesn't give me a choice. So this clinch that I like to use will work with minimum amount of decision making, right? So what I want to do is I'm going to wind up here, just this way. I'm going to make sure that my hips are hinged. I'm controlling. I'm making sure that if he level changes, I can keep up with that. And my hips are loose. If he drives into me, watch my feet. I can adjust my feet. I'm not crossing my feet. So my structure and my balance is really good. This is key, making sure that I retain balance so that I don't wind up on the ground if I don't want to. So how do I get here? So depends. If he's being aggressive, of course, I'm going to make sure that he doesn't get too close. I'm watching his hands and my hands are up. We could be discussing whatever. If he decides to close that distance fairly aggressively but just unstructured, my hands are already there. And there's my point. There's my position. Again, just from him rushing in. Now let's do it more live. If he really runs in hard, watch what I do. Watch what I do. I'm not trying to stop him. I'm just trying to manage and control that distance. So as he rushes in, I can just adjust and start cutting angles. If he comes in punching, I don't want to try to pick punches. That's usually not going to work. So all I'm going to do is make sure that he's closing the distance. And I'm going to help him close that distance by going towards him using high cover. So as he punches, I'm going to blast in, cover my head. So I'm covering and driving in. And now look where I am again.
Can we see that cover one more time facing the camera, please?
I have bad shoulders, so my cover is this, so that I'm really trying to protect. I'm hiding my chin and my shoulder, and I'm just kind of brushing my hair. Hopefully nothing can get through on this side. And I'm going to take this hand, I'm going to bring it across, kind of create this shield. This is the hard part of my head. I'm pretty good with this getting hit. I'm locking my neck down, grabbing here, and I'm going to try to hide this part here. So now my head down, it's a fairly impenetrable shell, and I'm concerned about my head. I'm concerned about my head taking damage more so than my body. I don't want my computer to be shut off. So I'm going to, as he's swinging, I just fit in. And notice he might run into that elbow, which is just a bonus. But now I wind up here again. So I wind up here a couple of different ways, not having to really change the structure of my hands, not having to do anything other than fitting right in. And then from here, we got a ton of options depending on the situation. I control, create a better angle, improve my position. I make sure that I get nose over toes because he's off balance. That's another principle, judo and jiu-jitsu. I want to unbalance him as I'm doing this. Nose over toes. It's real hard for him to turn into me because I'm not going to let him. I'm pulling and pushing. And then from here again, depends on the situation. I can snap him down. I can take him to the ground a little bit more gently. I can strike. I can disengage. I can body lock, depending on what the situation requires. So the neat thing about this is that there are a lot of options, again, depending on the situation and depending on the person. So, for example, my son, who has a much better wrestling base, he's younger, he's more talented in many ways. He has a lot of options from here, maybe more than I have. I mean, I'm a little bit more limited, but with Nathan, if he really wants to incorporate wrestling from here, he's put himself in a position that opens up a ton of wrestling, right? The thing that I always want people, even jiu-jitsu guys, to understand is this. Make your jiu-jitsu or your wrestling easier by using strikes intelligently. We're not just striking for the sake of striking, but for example, when I wanted to get this underhook here, this is kind of hard to do in just regular jiu-jitsu, but it's not that hard to do if I send a couple, I send a couple of strikes over here, he softens up for a moment, I take that position. So this is that's a common theme. And again, if my son's in this situation, he might approach that a little bit different.
So one thing here, if I'm in this nice frame, when I have my clinch, I'm using my strikes to maybe soften him up, make my wrestling a bit easier, right? So I might throw the knee, I might come under to my pike here. Now, in this position, if this guy's really fighting back into me, right, to turn into me, maybe to double leg, hug my legs, I can catch him in here. So I have my shoulder over his shoulder. I still have this nice underhook. I'm cupping his chin with my right hand. Now I'm going to snap straight back with a big sprawl. So I'm going to hop my hips here. From here, I have tons of options, right? I can disengage. I can get up. I can start throwing big strikes to a grounded opponent. Or I can keep engaged, and I can start being offensive here to start attacking this position back here like a turtle. So I can throw strikes. I can start taking the back if I want to maintain ground control, or I can just simply disengage.
That's perfect. And your old man started training you when?
About 16 years ago. I was 6 years old.
Dang, nice. So, Dr. Jones, do you think that Nathan at 22 years old understands old school jiu-jitsu?
I think so. I think he's got a pretty good solid base there. I don't want to try to take him down today.
No, that's death right there. That's a supermodel death waiting for you right there. Okay, now we'll get to the quick answer portion of the interview. All right.
So you're going to do this at the same time?
Yes, they got to do it at the same time. So y'all have to answer at the same time. You ready? Okay.
This is going to be...
And go.
Gi color, white only, white, blue, black, doesn't matter.
Could care less.
Well, that was in the same time. Could care less.
Let's go right away. Yeah, go right away.
I'm ready.
Jiu-Jitsu belt ranking system, perfect, needs work.
Perfect.
Tattoos, yes, no, doesn't matter.
Could care less.
Doesn't matter.
Physical appearance, fit and trim, doesn't matter.
Matters.
Matters.
A lot.
The narcissist comes out.
Competition, mandatory, optional.
Mandatory.
No-gi training, mandatory, optional.
Mandatory.
Jiu-Jitsu takedowns, awesome, not so awesome.
Awesome.
Leg locks, awesome, not so awesome.
I hate
Awesome.
Self-defense focus, mandatory, optional.
Mandatory.
Sex is only for procreation. Helio had it right. Helio was crazy.
Helio's crazy.
Helio's crazy.
All right, that's it. That's great, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey guys, I really appreciate you having me out today. Had a great time, learned a bunch of good stuff, and it's awesome to see the gym.
No, I appreciate it, man. I love what you're doing. The old school jiu-jitsu really tugs. I mean, it's finally somebody's kind of saying the things that I'm thinking. And I told you yesterday when you asked about interviewing, what I really respect and love is somebody that can articulate all the things that I'm thinking and put it down a little bit more concisely. I tend to be long-winded because I'm just not as articulate or as concise as I need to be sometimes. So I love what you do, man. And we've done stuff in the past before, so I know that we have a very similar mindset. And I just appreciate that people like that exist. So
Awesome.
Thank you, brother.
Great to have you.
Thank you, man.
Great to have
Thanks so much, Brian. Thanks, guys.
Hey, before we go, we want to wish Nathan positive vibes, and you guys send us some positive vibes for his run at the World Championship. So good luck. You want to talk about that at all, the journey?
Yeah, it's kind of exciting, with Soneca here. So Soneca is the 1996 IBJJF black belt world champion. So he's been my coach ever since I started jiu-jitsu. And as a world champion himself, it's kind of cool. I have that coaching to really help me to get to where I want to go. And that's just what's been so cool about like the lineage of the gym is, we're Maeda, Carlos Sr., Carlos Jr., Soneca. So we're really close to the source as far as like the old school jiu-jitsu, but we also have where you could maybe regard Soneca in the sport jiu-jitsu side too, of having a coach that knows what it's like to be there.
Dang, that's awesome. We wish you all the luck in the world, Nathan.
Thanks,
We
guys.
look to see you on that podium next year.
Yes, sir. Thanks, guys.